So Steve McGuirk, I'm the chair of Warrington Halton Teaching Hospitals Foundation Trust, a bit of a mouthful, and I'm come to share the experience of the NHS in the question of ethical leadership with colleagues in fire and rescue services. So I just want to touch upon some of the similarities between the challenges facing the NHS and the core principles and their code of ethics, and I suppose posing back to FRS colleagues that they are at the start of a journey. And the problem with ethics is there's lots of ethical dilemma, a moral dilemma within it. And I think one of the risks that colleagues have got is almost believing that the end of something and then produce the code when really they're at the start of a very, very, very long journey. The key point I'd want people to take away is the fact that having codes like this is all well and good, and you do have to express what it is you stand for. But dealing with that in the day-to-day reality, particularly for leaders, is incredibly difficult and requires personal moral choices being made, and that's a long way from being easy. I think a conference like this is absolutely vital. I think particularly with such a diverse group of people. You know, I've been coming to these conferences for 20 years, and to see so many senior leaders and such a diverse group of people has been absolutely fantastic. And it's important that they share ideas, they network, they can learn from each other, and I suppose also take some energy from each other. Because I mentioned, it takes a long time. And crucially, it's important to be tenacious and have resilience and keep going. And they take great comfort from conferences like this, or people take comfort from conferences like this, to see that they're not on their own and other people are struggling with the same things. And that is important to keep that energy going. I think after it's been absolutely brilliant. I remember after starting, it was a very small organisation, and in some senses people thought it might have been exclusive because it was representing what was seen at the time as a narrow set of interests. I think the truth is, after it's grown and matured and broadened in its perspective, and now I think it's vitally important as a network for the fire and rescue service, for the whole community actually.